while ago, France was using words like no cherry picking, and now we're hearing kind of win-win agreement. Groundwork is set for an agreement. The mood has changed.
Well, we want a European Union that works for Britain and for the Eurozone, and it's good to hear French politicians agreeing that as the Eurozone integrates, we need to have fair treatment for those who are not in the Euro. That, of course, includes Britain. Now, that will require substantial reform, and we'll put that to the British people in an in-out referendum by the end of 2017.
The mood music here does seem to have changed. The language that the French are using has changed. Does that mean, in your view, that you'll be able to get to that referendum by the end of next year, finish negotiations by the end of the year with a possible referendum in June?
Look, I'm confident we can get a good deal for Britain and indeed for the whole of Europe, that means Europe works for all its citizens, that recognises, as we hear now French politicians saying, that as the Eurozone integrates, there needs to be fair treatment for those countries not in the Euro, that includes Britain. That can create a win-win situation. It will require substantive reform, and when we have a good deal, we can put it to the British people in that referendum.
What Mr Macron was saying was that it seems to be a case of not the cart before the horse. Talk about what you want to reform before you decide how to do it and what's necessary. Do you think, is that going to last? When you actually get down to the nitty-gritty of talking about what you both want, is it going to be the case you're going to hit roadblocks further along?
Well, I don't think anyone claims that the negotiation is going to be straightforward, but you hear a lot of goodwill here in Paris and a willingness to engage, because I think we all want to see Europe work better for the citizens of the entire European Union. And now you have French politicians like Monsieur Macron acknowledging that there needs to be fair treatment for those countries that aren't in the Euro, like Britain, as the Eurozone integrates, that there's the potential for a win-win agreement, that all of this requires substantial reform. And of course, in Britain, we put that to the British people in a referendum.
What's made the difference?
Well, I just think you've got now a French government, British government, European governments that want to get on and talk.